Jesus' name. Let's just sing this short chorus. In my heart, I'm so grateful to be a part of this family. We are grateful, oh Lord. We are grateful, Lord. We are grateful, oh Lord. Oh Lord, our Father, for all you have done for us. Hallelujah. We are grateful, oh Lord. Father, even if we have 10,000 tongues, it can never be enough for us to appreciate you. We just thank you for the life of these ones, for the sons and daughters you bless us with, for the coach in this program. Father, indeed, you've been a very good God to us. You protect them from the day we registered them in this team. They pick them up even when it's raining, even when it's snow, even when the temperature is so hard. You drive along with them. You said, indeed, we are grateful unto you. And we gather here, oh God, just to appreciate you. And just to appreciate them that you've protected. Because their lives were ensured in your hands, oh God. Even when they played, they never sustained an injury. Not that they don't fall. Yes, they did fall. But because you protect them, you were their God and you will still be their God. We commit them into your hands. Even this gathering today, Father Lord, we commit this gathering into your hands. You will strengthen the coach. Oh, my Father, my Lord, whoever has sown in this program, whoever has...
Appreciate him, and it's short notice, but he was still able to make it. I sent him an email about this meeting and he said, okay, I'll get back to you. He was here before 6. So once again, you're welcome. You're welcome. We also have our darling coach, Mr. Sunday Olufemi. Hallelujah. He's the head coach of Elite Soccer Youth Development Academy. He's a friend, he's a father in the house. This is his house anyway. So at times he can do and undo. Even coming up some few months. Let's appreciate him. Let's appreciate him. We also have our beloved MC of Femi Adeogun. Let's appreciate him. Well, we have some others guests of honor. They are not here yet, but while we wait, when they come, we introduce them as we continue. I'd like to also appreciate the parents that are here. Just clap for yourself. That you're here tonight. I know it's a busy weekend. Is always crunch time for parents, but that you are here shows you value what your child is into, and I thank you for that. All right, we're gonna take the national anthem, and then I'd like to bring up the MC. My job is done. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we have our seat, please? Once again, I want to apologize to everybody for starting this program slightly behind schedule. We welcome you all. We appreciate your coming. Can we put our hands together for the wonderful children that we have? We need to clap for these children. They are the reason why we are here. We need to clap for them. May God continue to bless all our children. We we don't want to waste more time. I want to call on our wonderful Mr. Nat, Director of Operations, Maryland State Youth Soccer Association, to come and give us a speech.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, Global Impact Sports, for inviting us to come be a part of your fantastic event. It's great to see all these smiling little faces. It brings my heart a great amount of joy to be a part of an event like this. You know, so many people think about soccer and they think about the World Cup and they think about winning titles and trophies and professional sports, but the heartbeat of soccer across the United States and across the world are community programs like yours. Grassroots programs are where the bulk of children are playing soccer across the United States and across the world. And so it's one of the things that we're passionate about as an association too. And our desire as a state association is that we would be able to be a voice in the community, that we would be able to be an advocate for soccer players and soccer programs, no matter what level they find themselves on. And that we'll be able to be a resource for clubs like yours, for administrators, for parents, for players, for coaches, so that they can achieve all that they want to achieve with the beautiful game of soccer. It's my passion, this beautiful game, and I hope we have some children in the room for whom it's their passion. Hands up if soccer is your passion. You love to play the game. You know, my goal today is to speak and more about you. The wonderful children that I see in this room, and the adults. Because we all have to work together to make the best soccer environment possible. No matter how much our children love the game, if the parents are not supportive, it makes it incredibly challenging for them to achieve success. And so when I look around this room, and I see the faces, can I see everybody's eyeballs? Let me see everybody's eyeballs. Yes, just like that. Future generation, did you know that? And it is our hope as grown-ups, it is our hope as a state association that we can help give you the tools that you need to be world changers. Is anybody here interested in changing the world? That sounds like a... yeah. But if we can change one person's life, we've changed their world. And if we change two people's, we change their worlds. And then they go on and change somebody's life. And soon enough, we have something slightly different around us than what maybe we experience right now. I love the game of soccer. I've played soccer since I was a young boy. And I love this speech that famous South African political revolutionist and philanthropist Nelson Mandela said, and he said this: sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does. It speaks to youth in a language they understand. And I just love that. And it is my hope as an athlete, because I still play, at least that's what I call it, as a coach, as an administrator in the soccer world, and as a parent, that each one of you would display the traits and would pursue fair play and sportsmanship, that you would develop friendships and unity, That you'd be an advocate to stop people being mean to one another because of the way that they look or because of the way that they play. And that on and off the field, you have an opportunity to make a difference in your, what we call circle of influence. That's the people that you come into contact with at school, in your soccer team, in your family, maybe even when you're just going to the park or when you're going to the grocery store with mom. That can be your circle of influence. Now, I've been on quite a journey myself. Who can guess where I'm from? Oh, America? That's a good guess, but not quite right. Right there.
Russia.
From where?
Russia.
Russia? No, not Russia.
What? Kansas. Yes.
The
Texas.
UK.
The UK. Ding, 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 ding. Give that man a round of applause. Now, as the Director of Operations for the Maryland State Youth Soccer Association, which ultimately is the governing body for youth soccer in the state of Maryland, I have my United States B license as a coach. I have a fantastic opportunity to coach the state of Maryland team for U15 boys, which I absolutely love. And I've also been blessed to be a coach educator and instructor for US soccer. In some people's eyes, that's pretty cool. And it is pretty cool to me too. But that has not always been my story. And this certainly isn't the end of my road. And each one of you, as you go through your soccer journey, you'll face all kinds of strange and wonderful things, some great things, and maybe some disappointing things. So I was born in the UK, but more specifically, I was born in jail.
What?
Yeah, I was born in jail. Because my mother chose to do some things in her life that she's not especially proud of, and that was some of her story. And so I spent some of the early years of my life in foster homes and in children's homes and without my parents in my life. But that's not the end of my story, it's only a piece of my story. I grew up around lots of people that did lots of bad stuff. Drugs and alcohol and crime. But that's just the beginning of my story, and it's not the end of my story. I made lots of poor choices when I was younger. In my education, in my lifestyle. I wasn't the nicest person in the world. But that was the beginning of my story, and not the end of my story. While I'm light-skinned, I'm a black man that experienced a lot of racism in England. Does anybody know what racism is? Yeah. And I got it from both sides of the fence. Because I wasn't dark enough for the people of color in my life, and I was too dark for the white or the Caucasian people in my life. But that was just a little part of my story, and it wasn't the end of my story, because I refused to allow that to be the end of my story. And as I look around this room, there are probably stories of hardship and difficulty, of people being mean to us, of us making bad choices, of life not being the way that we want it to be. But let me tell you, that is just a bit of your story, and it should not be the end of your story. Because God has a purpose for you. And not just on the soccer field. But that's kind of what we're talking about tonight, right? Soccer. And this is the avenue through which you have the opportunity to change. And I want to share with you that no matter what it is that becomes the difficult things in your life, whether they're big or whether they're small, and no matter how they happen, that you have the opportunity to be a world changer. But there are some things that you need to do. Some things that I feel like have been a part of my story to bring me to where I am today, despite all of the other parts of my story that weren't so great. And I want to encourage you and I want to challenge you, every boy and every girl, to pursue excellence in school and on the soccer field. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to encourage you to do the right thing, even when it's the most difficult thing to do. Can you do that? I want to encourage you to have a positive attitude in everything that you do, on and off the field. Can you do that?
Yes.
Good. Mums and dads all around the room are saying, yes, we like that. I want you to look out for your teammates and those around you that have less than you have. Can you do that?
Yes.
Yes? I want to encourage you to be a friend to the friendless. And to those that don't have as many friends as you do. Can you do that? And I want to encourage you to work hard, even when you don't feel like it. On the soccer field and off the soccer field. Can you do that?
Yes.
I want you to be honest, worthy. Can you do that?
Yes.
Go beyond the beginnings of my story to where is to trust in God. Can you do that?
Yes.
That has certainly been the biggest part of my story. How many people do you think, out of all the people that play soccer in the world, what kind of percentage do you think become professionals? Anybody, any ideas? Do you think
45.
45% become professionals? What do you think?
65.
65% of soccer players become professionals, okay? What do you think?
100.
Well, everybody becomes professionals? Wow, I wish, because that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid. What do you think? 5%. Well, so if you took 1% and you split it in 10 parts, so you just had 1/10 of 1%. Not 75%, not 65%, not 55 or 45%, but 1/10 of 1% of players become professional. And so playing soccer has to be about so much more than becoming a professional. And it's organizations like this that are teaching you those kinds of things that are absolutely most important in life. Because our success cannot necessarily be measured by winning trophies and awards, although it's absolutely amazing that you get to get these trophies tonight. True success comes when we have success in our heart because we've worked hard, because we've persevered through difficulty, because we've helped one another, because we've been a great teammate. Those are the types of success that we can really latch onto. Our success is measured when every one of you, young men and women, when the quality of your character is so great that everybody can look at you and say, that's a person that's going to go a long way in life. That's a person that's going to make a real difference. That's a person who's going to be a world changer. Who wants to be a world changer? I certainly do. And so ending kind of where we started, with Nelson Mandela. And that was his proclamation, and that is one of the reasons why I love sports so much, and why I love soccer so much, and why it's blessed my life so much, is because sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire and bring hope. And so thank you very much for giving me your attention and your time, each of the kids. Thank you for allowing me to see your eyeballs. And remember those things, right? Only 1/10 of 1% of players become professionals. And so your focus needs to be on the kind of person you are and the character that is developed by being a part of a team. Is that cool? Yes. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Nick.
Yeah. And we're proud of you. We thank you for associating with the sport and for associating with the kids. God bless you, really good. Hello kids. Hi kids. Yeah, can we do very simple mathematics now? The director just told us that, yeah, simple one. Very simple one. What is 10% of 1,000? What is 10? Yeah? No, what is 10% of 1,000? So what is 1% of 1,000? 1% of 1,000. 10. Correct. So what is 1/10 of 10? 1/10 of 10. No. 1, which means 1 out of every 1,000 people that play soccer will become professionals. Yeah. I know you didn't like to hear that. You wanted to hear like 90%, 80%, 100%. Anyway, once again, I want to thank our director for that wonderful speech. God bless you. Can we give him a round of applause? So we'll go to the first set of the presentation, and I would like Camilo to come forward. We need you here, sir. Kids, and it's called Award of Excellence. We want to give this award for your commitment. As I call you, you come around, you take a shake, and you take your trophy and your certificate. Abdul Malik Ajala. That's the first person. Round for him. Ajura Ogumolawa.
Stay there.
Ajura
Ogumolawa, please.
Ajura Ogumolawa.
Stay right there.
Ajura, come and stay here. Annie Ọlọ́run Ìṣọ̀lá.
Amy.
Oh, Amy. Wonderful.
Quiet.
Asha Ọlọ́run Ìṣọ̀lá. Asha. Daniel.
Keep on clapping.
As you call them, please clap for them. We need to encourage them. David. Favor. That's Favor. All right. Gosuli Ewa. Joseph,
yeah.
can we clap for Joseph, please? Joseph, are you surprised? You'll be so wonderful. Joshua Adukeyi.
Stay right there,
Joshua.
Joshua.
That's Joshua Adukeyi.
Not yet.
Joshua OMOPE.
Yeah.
Your coach. Ọlọ́run Fẹ́mi Abíọ́dún Àdìsá. Ọlọ́run Fẹ́mi
Not yet.
Abíọ́dún Àdìsá.
On his way.
On his way. Ọ̀rẹ́ Olúwa Ikunjọbi. A round of applause for Ọ̀rẹ́ Olúwa, please.
Always face the camera.
Palumi. Is Palumi around? Alright. Ṣẹ́gun Adékèyí.
Oh, on the way.
Alright. Ṣèyítán Owókọ̀yà.
On the way.
Alright.
Check the link.
Sorry, can we quickly have a good photograph with this wonderful kids?
Here's my phone. This camera. Shout out.
Good. Hello. Can we have someone at the back?
These are your products. Okay. Future national players. While the video presentation was going on, the representative of one of our sponsors came in, leaving the playing field, a person of Mr. John Brown. He actually came around with his wonderful and beautiful wife. Thank you so much. I want to call on Mr. ROTIMI, one of our coaches and the backbone of Gisports, to quickly give
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody for coming out of your busy schedule. I want to thank our representative from the state, our sponsors, sorry, let me remind the name again. Thank you. God bless you, sir. And some of our sponsors that are still coming on their way, they've done something wonderful for the kids. If you have to start mentioning everything that they've done, you might not live here today. And that is why, especially, we want to thank them. Kids, can we say thank you, sir? Thank you, ma.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma.
Have you not been enjoying the balls? Yes. The jersey?
Yes.
I beg your pardon, 2011, some years back. Though it's really started like a child's play. It's like we don't know the direction where we're going. But with the help of our coaches, directors, we begin to question ourselves, what exactly are we meant to do? And what exactly do we want the children to achieve? We brought ourselves together, about 3 or 4 then. Then later we start inviting people. And I want to thank Mr. Sunday here. Please put your hands together for him here. He's been in the United States before I came in, and he knew much about sport here, traveling, sending team outside the country, and so on and so forth. So we spoke to him, and he was able to give us his sincere advice. Not all advice is good, but he gave us the sincere one. And today, you can see the results. Put your hands together once again for him. Quickly, let me read our vision. I want to believe if you're going somewhere or if you think you want to achieve something, if you don't have a vision, it's like you're still not there yet. And our vision is to assemble, inspire, and nurture the players through our various sporting activities, wherever, whenever the need arises. GIS help via special proactive programs that are person-centered, children-centered, the provision of coaches, training material, CPR, first aid training, seminars, workshops. These are the core elements of our existence. And when we go to the mission, our mission is to identify with the needy. And that is our most, the motive of really coming on board. We find out that not all parents can pay for the kids, because when I came in, I went to Ellicott City, went around, and I can see how much the kids are paying. But there are some parents that they don't have it at all. Even buying soccer boot is not easy. And that's why we want to thank the Level Playing Field. They've been doing wonderful things, and they've been sending us a lot of boots, a lot of jerseys that will be given out to these kids. And we want to say thank you, sir. If you are clapping, please clap for Level Playing Field. And I want to tell you, they never took a dime from us. It's all free. And the most amazing thing about them is, whenever you come, fix a time with them, and the next thing is go there, and they will tell you, the store is yours. When you're done, let us know. And once again, I want to say thank you, sir, and God bless you. Especially Mr. Ian Brown. Very soon we're going to play his video clips here. He really loves Global Impact Sport. Yeah, when you see him talking now, you're going to do amazing. And today is not a speech day because it's for the kids. If it's adults, we can talk from now to tomorrow. But for the kids, we want them to enjoy their time and everything. I want to thank, I cannot but thank one of our coaches there, the female coach. Both the ones here and the ones that are not here, they've been doing a wonderful job. And there's another coach with me here. This man took his time, leave his job, volunteered to pick up kids at home. The parents, some of our parents, they don't have the cars. They just took buses, go to their various work. But the gentleman here, we go early in the morning because we start our Saturday training 9 to 11. By 7 o'clock, he's on the way. He goes to the parents' house, pick them one after the other. And before 9:30, he's on the field with the kids. Please put your hands together for him. He has been doing a wonderful job. We've not been paying him, but very soon, you'll be swimming in dollars. Dr. Alan, this man has been working day, night, evening, midnight, anytime. Representative from the state, he will have done that before he let other people know that, look, this is how far we've gone, cover this ground, and that is an hallmark of a true leadership. And I want to thank our parents too. Without the parents, the kids will not be here. If the parents refuse to let the kids live, there's no how the kids will come to the field. And what we are doing is we discovered that there are a lot of talent. God has placed this talent in them already. But it's now for us coaches to discover. And while we discover this, we have to put them through. Then we harmonize all players together to become a solid team. For now, there's nothing like playing wings. They are still kids. No. You can see them running around. If they're tired, and if you're a coach here that is taking care of kids, you know it's more energy sapping than coaching the national team. Because one will tell you, I want to wee. The other one will tell you, I want to pee. Then the other one will tell you, coach, somebody slap me. Now, Three people complain at the same time. As a coach, how do you address the three together? And the game has to continue. And that is why if you have a loving coach that knows what the kids want, you will always find it easy. And the kids are so lovely, and whenever anything happens to them, it's like something happened to us too, because we want to see them happy always. And we probably want to beg the parents to please and please, when the coaches come to them asking for one thing or the other, or giving the report concerning the kids, they should please help us out, because without the parents at home, they are the ones that we kind of build upon what we're doing on the field. But if there's nobody to do it, or they just leave them alone, it means when we stop this week, we will come back again and start all over. And we equally use this, what's it called? The training to checkmate kids here. If their performance is not too good in schools, we let the parents know that, look, if they have to go on suspension, as far as the character has to change, because we believe they love this game more than some of their studies too. So we encourage the parents, look, let him stay home for a while. Feed us back. If he's doing fine, we bring him back to the field. And the kids has really been catching up. Lastly, I want to thank God for everything He has done for us. Coming to America. How many of you watch the film Coming to America? That's my story, unlike other people. But America is a wonderful place to be, and the land of opportunity, they call it. And I can see it, I can feel it. And to God be the glory, we're reaping the benefits of America. Thank you very much. God bless us.
Passports. That was a very wonderful one from you. And I want us to appreciate all the coaches. I was at the training with the team a couple of months ago, precisely in May. And while you were training, I took my time to study what you were doing, and those kids were amazing. One of them was asked to go through the cones, and while he was going through the cones, he felt he was tired and he didn't want the cones, yet he didn't allow us to take part in the event. One of them got the ball, he scored. After scoring the goal, he was excited, and he felt the only thing he could do was to sleep on the goal post, and he slept there. And I was looking at the coaches, and they were trying to encourage them, and I asked myself this question: can I cope with this? So the coaches are actually doing a wonderful work. I will give them a round of applause. Well, I want to call on the next awardee. This young man is going to be given an award for Global Impulse Sports Committee and Human Capacity Development for 2019. This is somebody I knew way back in Nigeria so many years ago. And just last night I was watching one football match, and unfortunately it was one local football match like that, and this young man stayed close to the person recording the video, and unfortunately he screamed from the beginning of the match to the end of the match. And I was actually telling the person beside me, I said, I hope this man will not just develop hypertension. It shows how passionate he is for the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, and our kids, put your hands together as I welcome Mr. Olufemi. And to present the award is no other person than Mr. ROTIMI. Maybe some of us don't know so much about Mr. Olufemi. He played football at all levels, and he played for that university, the only university in Africa to create investment for them. Mr. Sunday, we appreciate you, sir. We also pray for celebrities. So this award is a GIS Committee and Human Capacity Development Award 2019, presented to Mr. Olufemi Sunday. A short speech from you, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
Good evening.
I know it should be item 7 now, so I will be very quick. First of all, I will use this moment to thank the GIS executive for inviting me. I don't take it for granted. I have to cut off my job today to be here. If not, I would have been working by now. But I have to cut it off because it's very important. I'm part of GIS from day one, and I cannot see they're doing something, I will not be there. I remember our first award night that we did at the church. We like 110 of the 20 of these. We have about 5 people that showed up. So, and that day, I told Mr. Olu, I said, we should not despise the little beginning. And that is what is showing up today, that we are going somewhere. So I will use the opportunity, all the players that play for GIS, rise up. All through the year, parents, let's give them a good round of applause. You can see that. It is not easy to play soccer, okay? I'm a player, I'm a coach, I'm a dad, I'm everything. It's to talk about parents. How do you see this as an investment? If you are a parent, you are sitting down here tonight, please rethought your thoughts about this. This is an investment on these kids. Started having a change of mind, how you can contribute to their development. It doesn't matter, they are 4-year-old, they are going somewhere. When they are 4-year-old today, next year they're going to be playing 5-year-old. That's how it goes. Parents, I'm imploring you to get involved. We are one family, we can knock on each other's door. Please get involved, because it is for their future. For them not sitting at home playing game is a lot. Soccer is a team game. Not only they learning about soccer, they learning about leadership. Okay? And from there, not everybody, as we mentioned, only 1/10 will go professional. But it can be a lead for them to go to higher heights. So I'm using this opportunity to beg all the parents. If you are not being involved in GIS, start getting involved as from tomorrow. We need you. You can volunteer and do something, but you have to show up every day. And if it's not been happening before, showing up and your kids saw you at the back of the line cheering for him or her, they are very elated. They love seeing you in their game. My academy at Cedar, we started that way until that night, 3 years ago, I made a speech about investment. And most of the parents caught the idea. Before, when we are playing, we can go and play in Alaska, it's only the coaches and the player, nobody cheer for us. Even if we are leading them, nobody cheers for us. We look at back, we saw only one coach. But now, at a Cedar, it doesn't matter where we're going, parent goes with us. If we look at the back, we see our parents chanting for us. And that's what keeps us going, keep us winning. If you're a parent now, I know we have to work, but we need to adjust for these kids. They are our future. We need to rethought our purpose behind them and meet everybody on the top. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sir. The next award goes to Mr. Oladosu. For support, Mr. Oladosu, please come forward, sir. You are the next awardee. I'm sure you were surprised. You came in a couple of minutes ago. And round of applause for you. You have been so supportive to youth development. Thank you so much.
Let me just say this concerning our daddy here. He always be on the field, either sun, rain, with the kids. He's the one that will monitor them, the one running outside the field. Go back there, go back. Start encouraging them. and we are honored to have him in our midst. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I would like to call on the big fish, the president of GIS, Dr. Alan, to give us the word of advice.
Thank you. I want to appreciate you for coming out this evening to be a part of the joy of the children. And I know you've heard it all from Kochi, but I just want to chip in something about unity in sports. It takes a village, as they say, to raise a child. It takes everybody's effort. Your little might just be to encourage your word, to encourage your child. That could just be all that he or she needs. And the coach will take it from there. You know, give them the necessary training, the drills, and the skills, and the techniques that you need to succeed. But it's all in part coming together to form a whole. So one thing I want you to take back home today is that I have a part to play. You know, some parents like, oh, just go to the field. The coach, they can teach you everything. It's like going to school. Teachers can't teach your children everything in life. No. I have a part to play. We all have a part to play. So even though we are celebrating their success and their achievement today, but hey, it takes every one of us effort. Could be little, but we all need that. And then we will see the fruit of our labors and the fruit of our, some people, work 2 jobs in order to make ends meet, but it won't be in vain. I believe it won't be in vain. Thank you.
I want to spend the next 3 minutes to watch one video. 3 minutes. To receive the next award. And to give the award will be the president, the female coach, Mrs. OMOPE. Yes. I'm sure Mr. Brown will want to respond. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to, for those of you who all have not met me, my name is Dwayne Brown. I'm the program director for Leveling the Playing Field Greater Washington. So I oversee all of our programming in this area. And, first of all, I want to thank you all for having me tonight. Thank you for such a gracious award. It is our honor to be able to make sure that all of you all have the opportunity to play soccer at a high level, and we really appreciate that. 2 quick things. There is a quote by Coach Singletary, Mike Singletary. He says, do you know what my favorite part of the game is? And that's the opportunity to play. And so that is what we strive to bring at Leveling the Playing Field. Everybody gets the opportunity to play sports, regardless of their background or anything like that. So thank you. And to all of our athletes in the room, can I have you guys stand really quick? I know you guys have been standing up all night. You guys to know that you all can do anything that you put your mind to, and don't allow anyone to tell you any different. Coach Olu, thank you so very much, and I want you to know that Leveling the Playing Field is better because GIS is there. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Brown. I want to Master David, please come forward. David, that's the most valuable player 2019. That is our Ballon d'Or. Mercy of Gisports. Oh, that's the song. I'm sure you need to take photographs with him too. Please stay beside him. That's the dad of the most valuable player. Sir, I was told you are still the manager. The next award goes to Cosway Ewa, the most improved player of 2019. Most improved player.
The mom is coming.
Mommy, do you want? Please come and stand with him. Thank you so much. Cosway, wait for your mom, please. Thank you so much. I want Olorunfemi Abiodun Adisa to step forward. I want him to come around before I tell you the award is going to be collected. Oh,
That's
sorry.
That's
Mr. Femi, you can take your leave, sir. Thank you so much.
Asha.
First, Asha.
Asha. One for Asha now.
Asha has been given this award as the best dribbling wizard in 2019. Asha, they said you have the best dribbling skills. Congratulations. Check my again, please come forward. Check my again. Okay. Daniel.
Who's Zoya? What's the award?
The most creative player.
That's me.
The most creative player. Attitude is everything. One of the reasons why we take part in sport is to mold our attitude. The best attitude award of 2019 goes to Oreoluwa Egunjobi. Ore, I'm sure your parents will be proud of you. Put your hands together for Oreoluwa. And you must keep up with good attitude.
All right. Clap for him now.
what a man can do, a woman can do better. The best female player of the year, 2019. Amy Olofusha.
Amy.
Is it Amy or Amy?
Amy.
Amy. That's interesting.
Hey, relax.
No, it's the same one.
Thank you so much. And the last one I'm going to give before you sit down, please. The most consistent player of the year 2019, Joshua Ayo OMOPE. He has to be consistent. He's the son of the coach. He has no choice. Yes. Of course, anytime there is success, women want to claim the success. The female coach is claiming the success. My dad's the mom. Congratulations, man. Thank you, Lisa. Supporting parent of the year 2019 goes to Mrs. Mizuyo. Vice Mrs. Mizuyo. It's one.
I said sure. Okay.
Yes, we are trying to appreciate our coaches too. Thank you so much for your support.
Just like 10 minutes.
The next award goes to the head coach. Head coach, Mr. ROTIMI OMOPE. Head coach and founder. I want to call on Sparkle to give the next award. We need to balance everything. This award is going to be given by a lady to a lady. Yeah. Thank you so much. This next award goes to the female coach of the year, Mrs. Olayemi Omope. Thank you. Sparkle, please stay there. You have one award to give.
I'd like to dedicate it to all the models of our players.
Thank you so much. The next award goes to the president of Gisports, Dr. Gala. What's the reason? What's the reason?
All right, let me follow suit. Well, I want to dedicate this to all the fathers in the house, trying to make their sons and their daughters to become better than themselves. So, congrats.
Thank you, sir. Goes to have Mr. Opanuga is not around. GIS Team of the Year 2019. FGFS Eagles, Maryland. They won the 2019 award. So to receive the award on their behalf is Mr. ROTIMI.
Starting now.
Sorry, don't go. Don't go, sir. Mr. ROTIMI, don't go, sir. There is another award for the CEO of SGFC, Mr. Opanuga. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Quickly, let me say something about SGFC. SGFC is one of the Maryland soccer team, the adult team, the travel team too. Last year they played the American Soccer League that travel around America, and it's not easy, and that's why America is so big. So the American Soccer League is like the third tier, like Division 3 kind of, yes. And those are the only team, as of 2 years ago, those are the only team, Super Green Eagles of Maryland. And they've been doing wonderfully well. Then there's another tournament called Nigerian Soccer Federation. It's like the Africans in diaspora. And about 20 to 25 teams always convert every year in a chosen state. About 3 cities will go to bid, and the winner eventually holds. So this year we were in Los Angeles, and the Super Green of Maryland, out of 25 teams, won the trophy. And hopefully, by the grace of God, another city they bidded already. Atlanta will be hosting this tournament next year, October, between 9th and 11th. So it's an annual event, and that is why we're recognizing this team from Maryland, out of the whole state, becoming the champion. God bless Maryland.
The director of sports are interested in under 15 soccer. We have decided to give awards to people who we want to support. It's called Award of Support and Encouragement. So I'll call on the kids, give them the award to mark our interest in them, to show support for them, to encourage them to take part in it. I'll call these 3 people and they will come forward now. Moyi Daramola. Moyi.
Put your hands together.
It's coming.
Samuel Olorunshola. Samuel. And the last but not the least, INI.
Okay, yes.
INI. Igujobi. They are giving this award to this.
Wait, someone.
They are giving this award to these kids to encourage them to continue to take part in sports. So parents, we want you to support them.
Thank you. So hard to get up for them.
Then we have food of thanks. But before that, we want to, the management of Global Impact Sports, we want to have a good photograph with the officials. And I'm sure you know the officials. Mr. and Mrs. Brown. Mr. Brown, Mrs. Brown, Master Brown. Parents, please.
Can you come help me snap?
All parents, please. Group photographs. Officials first. Officials first. Come on, take group photograph with them. Yeah, you can go.
No.
With the coaches, parents with the coaches. Parents with the coaches. Please, we have African dishes and foreign dishes. Parents. Mrs. Ewa. Yeah, we're waiting for you. Parents. Alright. Thank you, man.
Samuel, come take this picture.
Wait,
Hold on.
Parents, please come and stop.
Thank you.
Sorry, just hold on a minute. Parents and guidance.
Good evening, everybody. We have this is time for I can sell, and on this side we have foreign food like American food like chicken Alfredo, salad, and stuff. And over there we have fried rice, jollof rice, chicken fish. That's the choice. Anyone. Thank you.
Oh yeah? Let me know. Hey, no, it's not your we got some No, you can.
Sorry, why?
Thank you for the kids that's playing soccer. They'll be blessed. They will keep on trying harder to be on TV in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you for the parents that's making them play soccer. They'll be blessed.
Amen.
They'll be rich.
Amen.
They'll pray more and more in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen. And the sponsors.
The sponsors will be blessed.
Amen.
They'll do harder in the mighty name of Jesus. They'll get money from the jobs anywhere they go. In the mighty name of Jesus.
That's Santa Moya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you. Oh, it's going to hurt you.
Thank you for
Move back. Alright, sorry, Pastor.
Thank you all for coming today. Thank you for bringing your children here. Thank you for the opportunity to watch us get our gifts and stuff that we got today. And thank you for coming and celebrating for us.
Thank you.
My name is Promise. Okay, I want to thank God for having us here and that there was no accidents, that we were here, that we can breathe, that we can talk, that we can eat, and that we even have life. I just want to thank God for that. I thank God for the soccer team. Everything went well, and this is a nice gathering. I just want to thank God for everything. Okay.
My name is Joshua, I'm known as Ayo on the soccer team. I thank you for the privilege to have the soccer team and for all the coaches and parents, because if the parents didn't support them, I don't know what would happen. We hope that one out of 1,000 people that enter, that go into professional will be one out of one. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I hope you had a good day. My name is Gospel. I'm thanking for the coaches that every Saturday we're able to meet along with friends. And for that we can learn how to do teamwork together. And I thank you for all of the coaches here. And I thank you for all of the players. Thanks.
David said he wants to go.
All right, it's your turn.
My name is David, and I want to say thank you for everyone coming. And we bless the Lord that everyone came safely with no injuries.
No injury now.
And I thank you for all the food and the trophies that we earned. And thank you.
Thank you.
Please stay behind. All parents, make sure you pick up your gift before you leave. And also, the last thing on our radar to do tonight is to auction this beautiful ball. We're going to auction this beautiful ball. And I want every one of us to participate in this auction.
How dare you? You traitor.
So while we're sitting down eating, please pay a little bit attention to what is going on here. What we're about to do now while the parents are receiving their gift is to auction this beautiful ball. Mr. Jide, come with me. I need you to do some work for me. First of all, before I lay hands on the ball for auctioning, I'm using this moment for everybody sitting down here to bring this kind of event into a situation like this. It costs money. It's not something, it doesn't come free. So what we're going to do first before we start the auction, we're going to give appreciative funds. I want everybody to participate. If you don't bring your check, you can write something for us with your phone number. I'm going to give you a call. And I'm going to knock on your door to pick up the money. So it is very important, appreciative fund. We have to do that before we start this auction. So my gentleman will be walking around, and it doesn't matter. I'm not taxing you. If you want to give us 1,000, it is welcome. Appreciative fund, start from that, my young mother over there, start from there. Anybody that don't give you, let me know. I will talk to that person for you. So, appreciative fund for this, get you a check, let them write it to GIS. Did somebody want to write a check? Thank you. Once they give you something, please say thank you, because they can give you more. Thank you. Appreciative fund. Every one of us have to participate in this appreciative fund for this kind of event. To come up, let me hear you say thank you from here. Okay, good job. If you need a pen to write your check, I got a pen. I'll get you one. If you want to write on a piece of paper, your name and phone number, I'll give you a call on Monday to pick it up. Mr. Gide, you are too slow. So while he's doing that, we're going to start the auctioning. I want all the kids, the players to sit down so we can enjoy this auctioning. First of all, this ball, if you order it online, you're going to pay for shipping. So that is being cut off. We save you money. You don't have to pay for shipping. So the ball is right here, okay? Can somebody guess, if you have to pay for shipping for this ball to arrive today, how much can it cost? Can somebody guess? Yes? $? Wow. $30. $30. $1. How can you go from? Listen, I will hurt everybody. Do you think this ball costs more than $100 to get here? No? Okay. We're going to start from $100. You say $100, right? Who's your mom? Your dad is here? That's how you going to get $100. Your mom is going to pick you up. If nobody go above you, that means I'm going to take my $100 from you tonight. Okay? Get ready. So, $100. This young guy said $100. Who want to go up? Sir, how much are you bidding?
I'm not bidding.
You're not, oh my goodness. You're not bidding? Oh. Who's going to bid from $100 up? How much you bidding for?
$110.
$110. Who want to bid it? If you raise up your hand, stay behind your dad or stay behind your mom. Because I'm going to get my money. How much you bidding for?
$199.
Hey, can we give a good answer for $199? That's a good number. Who want to go up? Beyond $199?
101.
We can't go down. Stay behind your mom so I can know. Get my money. We'll go beyond $199 how much? Huh?
No.
1 million? No. Kill us. This young guy said 1 million. You gotta kill us. I will just add $1 to it. $200. Who want to do $200 tonight? Jack? I'll go beyond $200. $750.
What you thought? What you thought?
$750. Let me go and meet your dad first. $2,500 for one ball. I hope you talk to your dad before you say that. Hey, kids, sit down. We are not joking. And I'm going to hold your parents responsible for that amount. So that is why I want you to contact your parents first before you saw it. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. We are moving from 750, Mr. Anu. Okay, can we move up? Okay, 750. 750. Who want to go beyond 750?
Hey, Moings.
Are you beside your mom? Okay, 750. Let's see. $759. We're moving up. $759. 700. I want 3 more attempts. Then we close it up. 3 more attempts. We are $759. 3 more attempts. Who's going? I know you will.
No, it's what is that?
$1 million.
Give it. You better do it. You're not playing yet. We mean business. No, do it. Okay, go back. Go back. Let's go back. So you're $750. I know you can't give me $1 million because I have to pay tax on that again. So I don't want to do that. So I nullify $1 million. We're on $750. I need 2 more attempts before we close it up. 2 more attempts.
7:59.
7:59. 2 more attempts before we close it up. We mean business. I'm not playing. If you know your mom is not going to give me the check, don't say it. $759.
No.
2 more attempts. $759.
So you go stay without your mom?
You know your mom's number, and it's going to give us a check. You sure? Okay, go and talk to your mom. That was $759. I need 2 more attempts to go. 2 more attempts. I know, I love your smile. You better give better money. That's a good smile. $799. $799 for auctioning this ball tonight. Who want to beat that number? The last person to beat that number. $799. The last person to beat the number. $799. One more person to go. One more person to go. Come here, that little girl. Come here. You want to? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You want to be the last one? Aisha, you want to be the last one? I'm coming. Aisha, come. You want to be the last one? You're $799. Go and sit down. I will call you. $799. Who want to be that? If nobody be that, I'm going to give the auction for $799. No bargaining and sports. Where's your mom? Congratulations. Can we stand up? This is the person that wins the auction. Mr. Olu, can you come out, please? You're moving too fast. Can I have a minute, please? I know it's fun, but it's real. Okay? This auction goes for this soccer ball auction goes for $799. Can we give him a good round of applause? And what's your name? You have to say it louder. What's your name?
Samuel.
Everybody, congratulate Samuel one more time. Okay, for winning the auction. And the amount of this ball is $799. Someone is the winner. And moving on from today, you don't play this ball because your mom will spank you. That's $799, okay? You have to put in the showcase, okay? And I'll put everything else in the partner's end to settle the score with the winner. One more time, give me a good round of applause, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sunday. We sincerely appreciate you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our wonderful kids, we thank you for coming around. We thank you for staying with us. We thank you for making this program a success. Mr. Knight, thank you so much. My big sister, God bless you. Mr. Brown. Mr. Knight, you have to do
One more.
I'll call on one of our coaches to receive this award, Mr. Lawrence Mbati. Mr. Lawrence, thank you so much for your contributions and for your support.
This way, sir.
He's one of our coaches.
Mr. Lawrence, this way. Jimmy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Nance. We hope to see you next time. Yeah. Yeah, once again, I want to thank Mr. Brown and your wife and Absentia and your son. Mr. Sunday, thank you so much for coming around. Mr. Olabisu, all the awardees, our wonderful kids, all the wonderful parents, we appreciate your presence. We wish you the very best. Our presidents, member in passports, thank you so much. We appreciate your leadership role. May the God Almighty continue to expand your course. Head coach, Mr. ROTIMI, thank you so much. Mrs. Omope, thank you for the support. Our wonderful leader, Mr. Samuel, Master Samuel, thank you so much, Samuel. Bye, Samuel. Thank you so much. My regards to your parents. You've done wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to come to the end of this show. We wish all of us a Merry Christmas in advance and Happy New Year. I want to call on Pastor Omope to give us a closing prayer. Pastor Omope.
Jimmy, at last we're back to church.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. If you have been blessed tonight, shout hallelujah. Shall we reference God and as we stand up and close our eyes? Heavenly God, King of Glory, we want to thank you, Lord, for another beautiful day. This is the day that you have made, and we shall be glad in it. We thank you, Lord, for we make to this moment. We bless your name because we came in safely and we are going back safely. We say be thou glorified in the mighty name of Jesus. Lord, we want to thank you, Lord, for our invited guests. Even with short notice, they were here to honor us. As you honor us, we say, God, we honor you in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. In any area that you need help, God will provide one for you in the name of Jesus. Even where we are not expecting any help, miraculously, God will answer for you in the mighty name of Jesus. And many parents, oh Lord, that have been taking care of these children,